Charlie Kirk's memorial over the weekend was really bizarre.
You are wickedness, you are jealousy, you are envy, you are hatred. You are nothing. You can build nothing. You can produce nothing. You can create nothing.
And tomorrow we're going to have one of the biggest announcements, really medically, I think, in the history of our country. We're going to be doing it with Bobby and Oz and all of the professionals. I think you're going to find it to be amazing. I think we found an answer to autism. How about that? Autism tomorrow.
Almost immediately, it became a quasi-religious feud, propaganda-driven political hate rally.
God establishes the rulers of the nations. In the audience right now, there are rulers of our land. Represented right here is the State Department, the Department of War, the Department of Justice, the Chief Executive. God has instituted them. God has given them power over our nation and our land.
He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry.
Which looked a lot like this. The whole thing was weird to watch as speakers lashed out against imaginary enemies that they concocted, the they that they kept referring to, while threatening everyone else in America that wasn't MAGA, and then alluding to plans that they had for the future, which makes this really relevant right now.
So here are the 7 authoritarian tactics. 1, you delegitimize the press. 2, you politicize the elite and the independent institutions. 3, you co-opt the military and the police. 4, you quash dissent by limiting what can be taught, said, and read. 5, you scapegoat the other. 6, you undermine elections. And 7, once in power, you rewrite the laws so that rules don't apply to you, and you never have to leave.
Now, before Charlie Kirk was murdered by a white man from a conservative family, he was a popular conservative podcaster and influencer that got famous for takes like this.
Do you think that there should be free school lunch for all children?
No.
Why?
Of course not. Because parents should feed their kids, not the government.
What if they can't?
Go get a job.
A child?
You know, the parents should go get the job.
Yeah.
This is important.
I don't believe they have jobs and they can't support their children there because the minimum wage is so low.
No, you are a temp, dude. Don't give me this stuff. First of all, this is really.
I want children to eat.
Of course I do. Show me a single child in America going hungry. Doesn't exist. Number 2, we have churches, we have food shelters, we have billions, and it does not exist. We have a child obesity problem, not a child starvation problem in this country.
That's the type of guy he was. The absolute worst.
But Charlie was not a politician, public servant, or had any official connection to the U.S. government. He was not a civil rights activist comparable to Martin Luther King Jr.
Messages that makes him similar to MLK in that way. What change was he trying to enact?
Who organized, marched, was beaten, and arrested for all people to have equal rights and equal opportunities. That was not Charlie. And yet he's received his own National Day of Recognition and a nationally televised memorial like he's a Bush or Kennedy. But what we saw was not a memorial service at all. It was an attempt to further radicalize the younger Charlie demographic, with his name and likeness used for voter registration and his death being used as a call to action. And speeches like Stephen Miller's, where if you got a heavy 1930s Germany vibe, that's because it was influenced by Joseph Goebbels' speeches. Word for word, bar for bar. And it's like they're not even trying to hide it anymore. But I'm Jew, welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
The storm whispers to the warrior that you cannot withstand my strength. And the warrior whispers back, I am the storm. Erica is the storm. We are the storm. And our enemies cannot comprehend our strength, our determination, our resolve, our passion.
You would be forgiven if you thought when he was referencing enemies, he was talking about foreign nations or bad actors in other countries, but he's not. This whole speech, he is talking about and demonizing American citizens. I think it has to be pointed out that there was no conspiracy or major plot from the left or anyone else concerning the assassination of Charlie Kirk. It was one person, a white guy from a Republican family that did this.
Our lineage and our legacy hails back to Athens, to Rome, to Philadelphia, to Monticello. Our ancestors built the cities. They produced the art and architecture. They built the industry.
What ancestors do you think he's talking about? Because I can probably assume he didn't have my ancestors in mind, but I'm just as American as anybody else.
America stands on the shoulders of thousands of years of warriors, of women who raised up families, raised up city, raised up industry, raised up civilization, who pulled us out of the caves and the darkness into the light. The light will defeat the dark. We will prevail over the forces of wickedness and evil.
What he's saying right now is very similar to what they were saying in Germany in the 1930s, where it was a battle against good and evil, where a certain race, culture, and demographic within the German culture was evil and was destroying society from the inside out, and they had to root out that evil. They're talking about people. He is not referencing some spiritual force. He is talking about American citizens, and he's not referring to them as actual people, as humans, because that's not how they see anyone that doesn't agree with them.
They cannot imagine what they have awakened.
Who is the they? Who is the they in this scenario? It was one guy that carried out this act, that acted alone. Reports have come out that they cannot link him to any left-leaning organization. The only thing that we know is he is from a conservative family and had a conservative upbringing. So who is the they that Stephen Miller is talking about exactly? I can guarantee you he's not talking about other conservatives.
They cannot conceive of the army that they have arisen in all of us, because we stand for what is good, what is virtuous, what is noble. And to those trying to incite violence against us, those trying to foment hatred against us, what do you have?
The only people that I actually saw inciting violence throughout this whole thing was people in videos like this, where they're begging for the go-ahead to go door to door and start harming innocent people.
Mr. President, I implore you, call for a civil war. Call for a civil war and let us do our thing. Let us go door to door, street by street, and clean this country. Please, if you're watching this and you share the same sentiment, send it to Donald Trump, share it on your page, whatever. Get this message out there. This is not a joke. I'm a peaceful man. Time for peace is over. I'm willing to fight and I'm willing to die. We are all Charlie Kirk.
You have nothing. You are nothing.
He is talking to American citizens. He is telling them they have nothing and they are nothing. This is a federal employee.
You are wickedness. You are jealousy. You are envy. You are hatred. You are nothing. You can build nothing. You can produce nothing. You can create nothing. We are the ones who build. We are the ones who create. We are the ones who lift up humanity.
This reminds me of that part in Revenge of the Sith where Padme is like, this is how democracy ends, with thunderous applause.
The Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire.
So this is how liberty dies. With thunderous applause.
They are clapping for him demonizing their countrymen, other people in this country, in America, their next door neighbors, the people that their kids go to schools with. That is who he is demonizing right now. That's who he's saying has nothing, is nothing, can create nothing, can build nothing. All of this is created to dehumanize people. And then you have people like this that's standing up like she caught the Holy Ghost while he is talking about other people in America.
You thought you could kill Charlie Kirk? You have made him immortal. You have immortalized Charlie Kirk. And now millions will carry on his legacy.
Miller plagiarized two of Goebbels' speeches, 1930's Funeral of Horst Wessel and 1932's A Storm is Coming.
The storm whispers to the warrior that you cannot withstand my strength. And the warrior whispers back, I am the storm.
Not new for Miller. He cribbed lines from propagandist Goebbels numerous times. Crazy. Stephen Miller's speech at Charlie Kirk's memorial was essentially plagiarized. See if you can spot the similarities. The Storm is Coming by Joseph Goebbels in 1932. We are fulfilling his prophecy. The others may lie, slander, and pour their scorn on us. Their political days are numbered. People rise up and storm, break loose. You are the witnesses, the builders, the will bearers of our idea and our worldview. We the people have awakened. We have risen against oppression. 15 million people have joined in the army of revenge. And if you think that's a stretch,
Wenn Sie heute glauben, unsere Notverordnungen umgehen zu dürfen, Sie sollen sich hüten. Einmal wird unsere Geduld zu Ende sein und dann wird den Juden das freche Lügenmaul gestopft werden.
I think the weirdest thing for me is how they position themselves like they're an oppressed group fighting for survival with the world surrounding them and out to get them. These are the people that run the country. Republicans run Congress, the Senate, the courts, the Supreme Court, the White House. Television networks, newspapers, and reporters have been pressured to only say nice things. Fox News has always been Republican. This administration, Zuckerberg bent the knee, so that's Instagram, Facebook, and Threads. Elon owns Twitter, and we already know what that algorithm gives. And now close allies, the Murdochs, are buying TikTok. It's getting to a point where you're gonna have to be very selective where you even get your information if you want it to be accurate. This should not be treated lightly. The GOP are buying up platforms to control the news and information you receive. They are censoring you in real time.
You hope that a year from now, the turmoil we're seeing in the aftermath of his murder won't be leveraged to bring hate speech laws to this country, because if they can tell you what to say, they're telling you what to think. There is nothing they can't do to you because they don't consider you human.
And I really think this is so accurate. MAGA frames Charlie Kirk's death as a holy war and dark eulogies. A holy war against who? Like I said, just a really bizarre event, but that specific speech stuck out to me and a lot of people.
I find it so funny how I'm asking everybody, who is they? Who is he speaking to? And the first thing I see in this caption is, who is they here? They, a global conspiracy company. They're all asking exactly what we're asking him. Who is they? Who are you speaking to? Who are you speaking about? This was one person. This wasn't an army of anything.
And I don't think it's an accident that that speech was inspired by quotes from Joseph Goebbels' speeches. All the theys and thems and these imaginary enemies that they're speaking about is a purposeful effort to divide the country and give MAGA an enemy to rally, hate, and fight against. It's crazy, but we have to keep reiterating this. Charlie Kirk was shot by one white man from a conservative family, and they've been unable to link him to any left-leaning organization or activity. So the days that they keep referencing and talking about are American citizens that do not agree with them. Just crazy times, but thanks for watching. You let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.